everybody, welcome back to the Chiquel YouTube channel. My name is Amanda and I'm here today to show you 3 adorable wigs by Noriko that I have just been loving lately. So stay tuned for those, but before I do that, I want to remind you to like this video, subscribe to our channel where you can learn even more about alternative hair. Okay, so like I said, I have 3 really cute wigs from Noriko that I want to show you today. Now, if I am being completely honest, I don't always love Noriko. And the reason I don't love Noriko isn't because they don't make a good wig. They do make really great quality wigs, but they use a lot of basic caps. And when I say a basic cap, I mean that they're usually made with a permatease top, so you don't see through to the illusion of scalp. They're usually made with a little bit more permatease in general in the cap. And I personally prefer having a monofilament top where you can see through to scalp, change the part around. I personally prefer having lace fronts. However, the 3 that I'm going to show you today, I don't mind the basic cap that it has on it, and I actually love these pieces. So we're going to start with the first one that's on my head. This is Alva. This is a popular option, and the reason it's so popular is because it has bangs, and everybody loves a good bang. And bangs are awesome because they hide the hairline. So this does not have a lace front on it. The bangs are ideal to, of course, hide that hairline so you don't see this funny business here. Like, that's some funny business. So the bangs are fantastic, and these are such light, feathery bangs that don't feel too heavy. I feel like I would want to cut them a little bit shorter, though. I can't see and they're poking me in my eyes. Or I can lift it up a little bit, but I probably would cut these. Or you can pull them to the side a little bit as well. And of course that helps, but I like the look of them in front. But like I said, they're so light and feathery, all while covering that hairline. Okay, another reason why I love Alva is because even though it is made with this permatease top, so permatease is that short-haired crimping effect that you get at the root of a wig that helps give it volume. And they use that in this part line here, so you can't see through to your scalp. But the reason why I don't mind this one is because there's not a ton of permatease. There is permatease, but it doesn't feel like there's too much. And also the density on this piece is quite light, especially near the ends, because it is a nice layered look. So you don't feel like you have too much hair, and it still has permatease. This is made with some really silky smooth synthetic fibers. It's just such a nice, playful, everyday style. I would love wearing this back in a little half up, half down. Be so nice and cute. And of course, you can't go wrong with a headband with bangs, right? Okay, let me show you the inside of this cap. Now, the inside of this cap will be the exact same as all of the other 2 ones that I show you. So it has just this closed permatease top. So there's no special things on top to give you that illusion of scalp. It's an open wefted cap. We do have some standard ear tabs, a velvet nape with pull adjusters. Now, one thing about Noriko, which works for me, it doesn't work for all of you, of course, works for me, but they do run generally a little bit smaller than average, especially within your circumference. So I do find that Noriko fits me quite well in my circumference with a little bit of extra bulk in the cap. Okay, so Alva, oh, I didn't tell you the color. This is in the color Sugarcane Rooted. Sugarcane Rooted is a nice sort of neutral blonde color. It does also have some warmth to it, almost like a light reddish brown. Do you see that? And then we do have a little bit more of some cooler blonde in it as well. I'm trying to pull some out for you, but it's such a nice mix of warm, neutral, and cool. This is like one of my favorite Noriko colors. And then we do have this light brown root. So pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna put Alva down and show you the next one that I've been loving, which is Jackson. Jackson is a really great mid-length style. It's affordable. Same idea with the cap though, we just have a permatease top. Open wefted cap, standard ear tabs, a velvet nape with pull adjusters. So the basic, it's as basic as basic can get. Now you will find with Jackson that she does have quite a bit of permatease. And the one thing about Noriko, like I mentioned earlier, is they use a lot of permatease in their wigs. The majority of their wigs have permatease on them. And some of them have a lot of permatease on them. And Jackson does have a lot, as you can see. So the permatease is what gives it this volume and all this extra body you have here. So Jackson, for me, I wouldn't necessarily wear her personally every single day because I feel like she is too big. I would feel too done up if I were to wear Jackson every day. But that's because I don't always dress up every day. Sometimes I just want to wear a t-shirt and jeans, and you know, this feels like too much. I would love to wear this out for dinner. I would love to wear this if I dress up just a little bit more, because this makes, sorry, this makes me feel so done up. But the style of this is just such a Jennifer Aniston style, don't you think? Just with this simple layered look. I love these shorter pieces in the front that frame your face. I just find the style to be so simple, yet not boring, all at the same time, if you know what I mean. Let me spin for you here. So the density on this piece is pretty light, like there's not a ton of hair. As you can see, it's really nice, fluffy, light synthetic fibers. But you're gonna feel like there's a lot of hair because of all this permatease. So you're gonna put it on and be like, holy cow, there's a lot of hair on this, but there's actually not. It's just all of that permatease. So just keep in mind that there is a difference between the density of your piece and permatease. Permatease definitely creates that bigger look, even if you don't have a ton of hair. It's like, there's just not a lot, especially at the ends when it gets all layered out and you're just left with a little bit at the ends. All right, this is a really beautiful brunette color. It's called Chocolate Frost Rooted. So we're gonna have this nice medium brown here, sort of a neutral brown, I would say. And then we do have these cooler blonde highlights frosted throughout. And then it does have a root. Now the root is not as evident because this is already a darker color. So it just kind of gives the look of a little bit of a grown out highlight happening here. It's a really great color for brunettes if you're wanting to spruce it up a little bit. Try a little bit of blonde in there. But also know that the blonde doesn't necessarily carry out throughout these layers here. It kind of stops. Okay, so here's Jackson, another one of the ones I've been loving. Oh, let me see what this would look like. Oh, I love this in a half a pap down. I'm really into the half a pap downs, guys. It's like my favorite style. But this would look really good because of these layers in the front. Now, do keep in mind that this one does not have a lace front, and we don't necessarily have the bangs to cover it, but with these layers in the front, it does help a little bit because they do kind of come up and over. So it does help cover the hairline a little bit, but you're not gonna get that natural illusion of a hairline. So I do not recommend you pulling this off of your face because then that's when you're gonna know it's a wig. But like I mentioned, having these layers in the front are definitely helpful to disguise that hairline just a little bit. Okay, last but not least, let me show you this next one. This one's Angelica. Oh my gosh, she's a great longer option that's somewhat affordable because of her basic cap. So again, we'll just do a quick little rundown of the cap because they're all the same. Permatease top, open wefting, standard ear tabs. This one has an extended nape though. It's not velvet. And then we have pull adjusters. So Angelica here is in the color Champagne Rooted. The Champagne, it's a nice, almost platinum, leaning a little bit yellow, not too yellow, but just a little bit, but it's a very nice platinum champagne color. And then we do have some medium brown roots here. All right, let me get this on for you. I love the style of this, the length of it. Let me adjust it. So keep in mind that if you have your wigs too far down on your forehead like this, that's a dead giveaway that you're wearing a wig. So make sure you play around with the placement of your wig. Look how much natural that looks all of a sudden, and I just moved it up a little bit. Typically about 4 fingers above your eyebrows is where it typically would sit, but of course everyone has different size foreheads. Play around with it. Just make sure it's not too low, because that's not right, and also make sure it's not too high, because that's also not right. Okay, isn't she lovely? Oh my gosh, I love this. These nice relaxed waves, these layers in the front, shaping your face. It's just such a flattering style. Okay, let me spin for you. Again, this is made with synthetic fibers. It's not heat friendly. And of course, just like the others, we don't have a lace front, but having these face framing layers in the front definitely helps to disguise that hairline just a little bit. And then of course the permatease top, you're not going to see through to scalp. But for me, like I said, I wouldn't necessarily wear these wigs every day. This would be like a special occasion wig where I want to be a little extra fancy. It's just such a beautiful, natural style. Isn't it wonderful? Okay, with this one, we do have about a medium density. She's not necessarily light density at all. So she is about a medium density. She does not have as much permatease as Jackson did, the one I just showed you. The permatease on Jackson is quite a bit. Permatease on Angelica, of course, is there. We do have it, of course, in the middle, and there is some in the crown, and there is a little bit on the sides here as well, but it's not as poofy as Jackson was. I'm loving the softness of these fibers though. They feel very soft, very light, very fluffy, and I don't find them to be too shiny. I mean, I am standing in front of a window with light on me, so it could impact the shine, but I don't find them too shiny. All right, I think that's all I'm going to share about these wigs today. I just really wanted to show them to you as options because I do love their styles, and of course they are at a decent price point because of their basic caps. So if you are someone that is okay with a basic cap and okay with no lace front, then these are really wonderful options to choose from. I definitely recommend them. But I do know, of course, that there are people out there who just can't do a basic cap and really feel like they need that natural parting space here, which is understandable. But of course, with that comes a little bit of a higher price tag. So if you're willing to sacrifice some of that natural illusion of scalp, then like I said, these are great options. Oh, since I am talking about a natural illusion of scalp, on these basic caps, I should mention that having a little bit of a root definitely does help in disguising the permatease. It doesn't look so evident. So if you are wanting to get one of these and you're okay with having a root, I would suggest a root to help give it a little bit more of a natural appearance. All right, as always, you can find Alva, Jackson, and Angelica on our website at chiquel.com, chiquel.ca, or chiquel.com.au. But I will let you go for the day. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.